And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center tonight. Video Productions presents an exciting Raleigh County battle. It's the defending Class AAA champion Shady Spring Tigers, 11-1, take on the 4A Beckley Flying Eagles. They're 9-3. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on one camera and Cameron Reddy Ball on the other. Well, Eric, this is round 3. This series is one game apiece. The first meeting went to Shady on this floor back on December 28th. You had an opportunity to broadcast that game with Bill O'Brien. It was a 56-52 Shady win. The second matchup that took place over at Shady Spring High School, Beckley snapped a 55-game home winning streak by beating Shady 58-55, and Bill O'Brien and I did that, so it's only right for the fitting that you and I now have the rubber match, which should be an outstanding game here tonight.
Yeah, both teams, Maris, are looking forward to this game, and I really think these teams mirror one another right now as basketball teams. You have two dominant seniors leading both squads, and Jack Williams for Shady, I mean, that's Mr. Everything. As he goes, Shady goes. He does he can score pretty much at will, but he does a good job of getting everyone involved and is really the X factor for Shady. And on the flip side, you have Jalen Walton, who there's only one team that we've seen that had a lot of size to really stifle him, and that was the South Charleston team. And if he's able to get going early for Beckley, and they'll need that early and often as they try to beat Shady, their crosstown rival.
And like you said, you mentioned crosstown rivals. You're right. For people who are not aware, there are only about 10 miles that separate these two schools. As I mentioned, Shady's in AAA, Beckley is in 4A. Shady is winners of 4 in a row, including, I did their game last night, a 70-60 win over Graham. But Beckley has stubbed their toe in their last two, as Eric, you and I did the game last Thursday when they lost to South Charleston 51-42, and then they lost Saturday afternoon at Martinsburg. So Beckley's coming in here with a 2-game losing streak. Shady enters the game with a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, and Beckley, stubbing their toe against two quality opponents, but as good as Beckley thinks they are this year, those are 2 games that they think they should have won. And no excuses for the Beckley squad because they've been without the last game without Zai Hawthorne, and he's, not to mention probably their second leading scorer on the team, but as in Beckley fashion, that's no excuse. If someone else gets an opportunity to step up tonight and try to help the team win.
Well, Eric, you were reading my mind, and I got the stats fresh off the press, and actually Zai Hawthorne is the team's leading scorer now at 17. Jalen Walton slipped to 16 because he only had 1 point against South Charleston, even though he bounced back really good with 21 against Martinsburg, that 1 point. So you're taking 17 points out of the lineup, but you're taking a lot more. You're taking a real leader and a defensive player out of your starting lineup. So in these last 2 games that Beckley lost, they're only averaging right at 50 points a game. They're going to have to be able to find some other offense tonight with Hawthorne not on the floor.
Yeah, some other offense. And when you play a team the caliber of a Shady Spring, the way they play full court defense and man-to-man, they run and jump you. So you have to have that extra ball handler. So whoever's inserted in this lineup has to be strong with the basketball, or Shady would turn you over, and it'll be a long night for this Beckley team. Well,
the first 2 games has been defensive wars. Like I said, it was 56-52 Shady on this floor on December 28th. The game over at Shady on January 16th, 58-55. What will we have tonight? We're about 6 or 7 minutes away from finding out. We'll take a break and get you ready for Shady Spring and Beckley coming up next here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Hey, Wes, why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance. We've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight's game brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the ball game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber, and you can dial up the good folks at Modley's, 304-253-HELP. Well, you know, Eric, I mentioned earlier in our first segment, Shady played last night. And I think it was good scheduling for them because this was a makeup game against Graham to where Shady's two attempted trips to the Eastern Panhandle got postponed. And I think Coach Olson liked the fact that he didn't want them to look past Graham, which they didn't. They won the game 70-60 and I thought they played really well. You told me you'd watched the game.
Yes.
And Bill and I did the game. And I think this is kind of like a mini state tournament like what you would get because no question this is a big game tonight, even though, as we mentioned on top, Beckley is in 4A, Shady's in 3A. It's still a big game for really local bragging rights. And I don't know if this is too far to say, but maybe in this area, this Shady-Beckley, the way the last 8 games have been, which Shady is 7-1 in the last 8 against Beckley, is kind of like Duke and Carolina because they're so close. Is that fair to say that on a high school level?
Yeah, I mean, it's a rivalry game. Anytime, you're that close in proximity and you play someone, you definitely, you want to win the game. And let's face it, Shady has just recently made it competitive, and they've been on a run. And Beckley was more than happy as a program to end that streak. Let's not make any bones about it. They celebrated that game.
Oh, no question.
Like they had, like it was a state tournament game or something.
Right. I had mentioned that night, Eric, and I did Beckley radio for 31 years, and I'd never seen Ron Kidd that happy over a regular season win because as you mentioned, Beckley had dominated the series a long time ago, but as of late it had been Shady, and to kind of get that monkey off their back, so to speak,
exactly.
and not only to win, but to win at Shady where they'd won 55 in a row. How big was that?
Yeah, a big win, and you know what, Shady is right at home on the flip side at this Armory. What have they won 4 of the last 4 matches on this court?
Yeah.
So it's a big game, and a great crowd. I'm just glad to see this atmosphere. This is good for the county and good for the students. Both student sections are jam-packed, and that's what it's about.
That is what it's about.
And hats off to Little General.
Right. And you know what, Eric, I hope that the way that the crowd has showed up to represent each school that brings the best out of the players, and I think it will. As we look at players to watch, you had mentioned about Jack Williams. He's steady, team's leading scorer, over 20 a game, and now Beckley. Hawthorne was their leading scorer, but now, and I say was, I guess he still is, but he's not going to play tonight due to an illness, and he missed the game on Saturday. He's the leading scorer at 17, so Jalen Walton now is the leading scorer coming into tonight's game. He's averaging 16 a game, and the last time you and I saw him, he didn't even get a field goal. He only made one point.
One of two free throws, and was really stifled. And you can guarantee that this coaching staff from Shady Spring and Coach Ronnie Olson and Sean Rafford, the way those guys, they will get after it. Well-coached team. Both teams are well-coached, and I just think it's going to be a chess game tonight, not checkers. Whoever comes up with and sticks with the game plan that's drawn up will come out victors tonight.
Yeah, and we think this game will follow the pattern of the previous two, and it probably will. Basket's going to be hard to come by. It's who's going to be able to play the best half-court defense and who can get rebounds.
Yeah, rebounds and the X factor. You need one X factor from either team, and we'll go over it. But I think for Shady, you know what you get when you have Jack Williams. You know what you get with Jalen Bailey. And Brady Johnson, of course, is not a secret to anyone anymore. You know what you're going to get with those three. Brody Rafford, they all do their thing, they've been in the system. But I think the X factor tonight for Shady Spring is going to be Eli Sexton. I think the kid has a big upside offensively. You and I had a chance to talk as we were watching the Tech women play. The kid, he shoots the three well, and he can get his shot off. He can get to the rim, plays great defense, has good hands. I think he'll be one of the X factors tonight if Shady is to pull off the win.
And he played real well last night, your X factor for Beckley before we go to break.
And I say it a lot, and I think it's Preston Clary. Preston Clary can be on any level, on any competition that Beckley plays. He can be the X factor. He can be that guy that picks up that scoring load from Zy Hawthorne. He's going to have to be able to knock down a couple of threes and get to the free throw line to help out on the glass and help Jalen Walton.
You're exactly right, Eric, because going back looking at the stat line from the Martinsburg game, Preston Clary, who normally does get you 12 a game, between Clary and Rainey, they were a combined 3 of 22 from the floor in that loss Saturday against Martinsburg.
I mean, if you get those shots up, you have to get some makes. And that was a game of runs. Martinsburg ended up pulling away, didn't get a chance to watch it, but had a chance to listen to it. And that's what things on the road, you have to make shots, but you have to scrub that. They have to scrub that. That can't be on their minds tonight with this quality opponent here in the Armory.
All right, teams going through their final warm-ups. We'll take a break, come back, and get you ready for the opening tip coming up next here on Video Productions.
Yes! Why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but a touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
50 pounds. By freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping, I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's helped me lose 50 pounds. By freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping, I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but a touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back in. Tonight's game brought to you in part by West Virginia Exit Elevation Realty. They will elevate your game when you deal with them as your realty company. Luke Richmond is the broker, 304-256-0101. Also the game tonight brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. That's where I had my pregame meal this afternoon. You can dine, shop, and earn, and you can check them out at crackerbarrel.com/rewards. All right, the Shady Spring Tigers 11-1, winners of 4 in a row under head coach Ronnie Olson, and Eric has their starting lineup.
Okay, and Shady will go this way. 3 young men in double figures. Jalen Bailey, the senior, averaging 13 a game. You have Brady Johnston, the junior, averaging 10 a game. Brody Rafford with 2 points a game. Kai Olsen with 6. And the big man on the block for Shady is Jack Williams, coming in with 20 points per contest.
All right, now for the Beckley Flying Eagles, the head coach Ron Kidd. They are 9-3. They've lost their last 2 games, one on this court last Thursday. They lost to South Charleston, and they lost up in the Eastern Panhandle over the weekend when they lost to Martinsburg. They'll go this way. It'll be A.J. Thomas, the point guard. He's at 4 a game. Kobe Dillon at 11. Preston Clary at 12. And it'll be Lucas Rainey that will get the start tonight. We thought maybe Taylor Williams, but it is Lucas Rainey in for the injured, or I should say in the sick Zion Hawthorne. And rounding out the starting 5, Jalen Walton at 16 a game. We are ready as Eric, we look around us. Got a big crowd here in the building, and I think we got a big crowd as well watching it from wherever they may be. And we're glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Sit back, open a nice cold blue can of Pepsi, and enjoy what we think is going to be an outstanding high school basketball game.
Yeah, great high school atmosphere, and both of these teams should be thankful that they have this game and this contest to play before this big crowd.
You know, you're reading my mind. I was thinking they ought to be thankful they have each other, right?
Yes.
Because having each other, and even though they're not in the same class, it is still really become more of a rivalry. Well, actually, it was never a rivalry until like the last 3 or 4 years, till like 2019.
Yes, exactly.
Because
right.
Back in the day, in fact, they didn't play for the longest time. Back in the 70s, Beckley was AAA when there was only 3 classes. Beckley was AAA, Shady was AA, and Beckley won all the time. Now, there was a game back in the 50s, so you know my Uncle Ray, he missed what would have been a game-winning shot that Shady would have beaten Beckley back in the 50s, and my uncle still swears, and I'm not saying he's not. He says Shady was still 20 points better than Beckley that night, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, and that shows you it was just a rivalry game even
That's
back
right.
then, you know.
Right. All right, we're ready to go. That was then. This is now. Jack Williams in the center circle against Jalen Walton. And the ball's up. We're underway, and the tip is controlled by Beckley, and they'll have first opportunity going to the basket to our right.
And Shady coming out, and they're patting it man-to-man early on, and looks like the two seniors will go at it. Jack Williams is taking the on-guarding Walton.
Here's Rainey. Kobe Dillon directing traffic.
And the one thing I think if you're Beckley you can't do, you can't force the action to Walton. I think you have to play within the offense and really make shots elsewhere.
A.J. Thomas's three is short, just grazes the rim. And it's Johnston with the rebound. And Shady with her first opportunity on offense. Here's Radford. He'll set the offense for Shady. And Jack Williams, as you stated on top, Eric, he's Mr. Everything off a screen. Jack Williams shaking and baking. They cut him off. Good defense by Rainey that time. Here's Olsen on the drive. That's an offensive foul. That's good defense by Lucas Rainey. And, you know, Bill, Eric, you know, you think I've done so many games, and there's a nice defensive play, but you think of Lucas Rainey on the offensive end and a quick 30-second timeout by Shady, but you think of Rainey for what he brings you offensively, and now he gives you a great defensive play right off the bat.
Yeah, and that was a big time step in the lane. I mean, step in the way of a no pun intended, charging Kyle Olsen towards the basket, and that's what it's going to take. A guy that's coming in, starting, getting his chance actually to shine tonight. You know, all these guys work as hard as anyone in practice and anything, and I think when someone's absent, it's opportunity. It creates opportunity for someone now, and tonight is Lucas Rainey's chance to try to step up.
And Eric, I think you'll agree with me on this. Plays like that, what he just did, will get him more playing time than the 17 points he got against Princeton a week ago.
And also I think plays like that will help him offensively in the flow of the game. You know, say he picks up a play or, you know, a personal foul there, it might be a different, you know, mindset.
Right. So after the charge, here comes Beckley with it. Walton handles it for the first time. He's way out high, not going to do much damage out there. Kobe Dillon on the drive into the lane. Little short shot. It doesn't go. Jack Williams skies high to tip it back. That's a great rebound by Jack Williams. He couldn't get it himself, but able to sky high enough to tip it back.
And the key thing is that Jack kept it alive for someone else to get the defensive rebound, and that's key too, keeping Beckley off the glass.
Here's Olsen looking for a cutter. Jack Williams will dial it up for three. Back iron, no good. And A.J. Thomas skies high for the rebound, but Bailey strips him. Nice play by Jalen Bailey. Olsen thought about the three, drives in. Johnston open, three ball short, front of the rim, and Kobe Dillon clears the rebound for Beckley.
And both teams a little tight offensively here to start.
Big game brings big nerves. Here's Rainey for three. That's a little strong, and Bailey hustles for the rebound.
So both teams 0 for 2 from the three-point line, and defense is carrying the night right now.
Yeah, we're over 2 plus minutes into the game. Neither team has scored. And both teams have got good looks. Jack Williams on the drive. Clary does a good job cutting him off. Pass down low. Bailey off the glass, up and in. And Shady gets the first points of the ball game. Here's Clary. Clary on the drive. Gets the ball to Walton. Walton spots up, turn around, needs a roll, won't get it. Bailey had it. Thomas takes it away. Walton puts it up and in and draws the foul.
And defensively, offensively on the glass, A.J. Thomas returned the favor to Bailey as he was able to strip it from Bailey and get it a great assist right here as we see on the replay. That's why you shouldn't give up as a player. Bailey has the rebound, but it's taken by A.J. Thomas and the feed and the and one, and that's a foul on Radford, and with a chance for a three-point play here for
Walton. So Walton at the free throw line, and he does complete the three-point play. Beckley has their first lead. And what that also does, Eric, by making that free throw, allows them to set up their pressure. We're 3 minutes into the game, and it's just 3-2. And like you said, so far through the first 3 minutes, defense has ruled. And that's how the first 2 games have been played. This might be one of those games, Eric, first team to 50 or 55 wins as they double-team Jack Williams. There's Bailey. Now Olsen. Around the horn they go. Radford on the drive. He finds Bailey. Bailey's got a bigger guy on him. Now Beckley switches off. They cut Bailey off, give the ball to Olsen. Olsen will drive the baseline. They double team him. Radford wide open for 3, not even close. And back the other way comes Beckley. Kobe Dillon on the drive, tacks the basket up off the glass. It won't go. Nothing but navy blue jerseys around the rebound. And here comes Shady on the attack. Bailey on the drive, puts up a short shot. Count if it goes. It doesn't go. And Rainey will draw the foul. And it'll be Bailey that'll get to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, that'll be a first foul on Rainey as he got caught out of position. And Bailey does a good job of getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line.
Bailey is a 78% free throw shooter. He'll shoot a pair. First free throw is no good. Eli Sexton will check into the Shady lineup, and Olsen will have a seat. And Eric, as you mentioned on top, Eli Sexton, you said it was the X factor, which I agree. He brings Shady like a different kind of energy, and he's able to take defenders off the dribble and get to the basket.
Well, I think offensively he's more polished than a lot of people on the team, and I think he brings that extra scoring threat.
So 1 out of 2 is made by Bailey to tie the game. They've got Kobe Dillon, and they turned him over. That's good Shady defense, and that was Sexton with the double team. And that's where you don't want to pick the ball up right there at midcourt. One of the worst places, if not the worst place to pick the ball up.
Yeah, but dribbled right into where Shady wants you to dribble it, and they do that run and jump.
Yeah.
And that was clearly a travel.
Yeah, that's only good if you call AAA right there, right?
Yes.
You get the ball down low. We got a Beckley foul. That'll be on Clary.
And, the fouls.
That's the third team foul on Beckley. Or no, I beg your pardon, the second. I beg your pardon. Each team with 2 fouls each.
Yeah, one on Preston, one on Rainey, and
one on Olsen.
And Radford.
So here we go. Jack Williams with it. Skips a pass to the corner. Sexton. He's got the big guy on him and Walton. And Sexton will take him behind the line. Shoot the 3. It won't go. Clary there for the rebound. Here's Kobe Dillon. Get the ball down low to Walton. Here comes the double team. Walton got away with a walk maybe. Rainey for 3 on its way. Back iron. Rebound to Radford. And nice hustle play by A.J. Thomas as he poked the ball out from behind, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Shady. But that was a good play by A.J. Thomas.
And it was a good hustle effort right there. But that's 2 great open looks for Rainey. And Walton did get away with a travel, but throwing it out of the double team, you have to knock those shots down.
So Gabe Short will check into the Shady lineup, and even 3 minutes left for the quarter, and we're tied at 3. In the game, like I said, hard-fought, low-scoring, breaking to the basket. Great head and shoulder fake by Bailey as he puts Thomas in the popcorn machine for the hoop. Here's Rainey with it. Kobe Dillon will dial it up for the lead. He's got it right down the shoot by Kobe Dillon.
And the first 3 for either team is both starting real cold from behind the arc. And you just got to like this intensity and level of play here.
There's Short. They cut him off with the double team.
As Coach Ronnie Olsen yells out motion. Try to get a high ball screen here to Jack Williams and get him going here.
There's the high ball screen, but it went to Bailey. Bailey into the lane. He finds Johnston. No call. They thought there was a charge. Johnston puts up the 3. Doesn't go. Jack Williams on the glass. Turn around. Back up and in. And that was one of the keys we said, Eric, was going to be who could control the glass. And that time Shady with the putback by Jack Williams.
And big glass by Jack Williams.
Rainey for three. It's too strong. Walton skies for the offensive rebound. He'll put it back up and in. So back at you. Jack Williams with an offensive rebound and a putback. Walton with an offensive rebound and a putback, and Beckley regains the lead. Here's Bailey with it over to Jack Williams. Williams thought about the three. Bailey backs it back out. Sexton, they double team him. Here's a three straight away. Good by Short as he delivers long. And a three ball, and Shady regains the lead. Back down the floor as Bailey will commit the foul as Beckley quickly down, getting the ball to Walton as we watch Short step out behind the line, Eric, and drain the three.
Just great offense. Made it rain. And I didn't see who that foul was on back down the court. Bailey.
And Walton will get to the line.
Team's third.
And, you know, it's not a bad foul because in a game like this where points are at a premium, I don't think you can give Walton an easy layup.
Yeah, no, and he struggles from the free throw line big time.
And the first free throw is no good, right on cue. He is a 55% free throw shooter. As Olsen will check back into the ball game. Also got a new player for Beckley into the ball game, Eric.
Yeah, and that will be Jaden Robinson.
Of course, Beckley's rotation a little different without the services of Zon Hawthorne. Second free throw is good. Walton makes one of two. Coming up on the final minute here in the first quarter.
So see now they're going to try to run Jack off the ball a little bit and create some offense that way.
Talking about Jack Williams?
Jack Williams, excuse me.
Here's a nice drive. Johnson, they tie him up. Olsen. Sexton was open momentarily under the basket. Olsen didn't see him. And I don't know if you're Walton, you want to be out there all over Olsen like that.
Yeah, you don't want to pick one up 25 feet from the basket.
If you're a big man, you got to reserve your fouls for close to the hoop. Now we're up under 30 for the quarter, Eric, and might see Shady just decide to hold it for the final shot.
And this is smart coaching right here. If you're Shady, you want to condense the game. You want to hold and have the lead at the end of one.
And I think that's what they're going to do. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Sexton shaking and baking. Now with Bailey, they're going to have to go. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Bailey around the screen, into the lane, puts up a little short shot and scores. What a beautiful move by Bailey. Here's a three-point shot. It doesn't count. It would have counted had it went in. But Bailey able to score right ahead of the buzzer. And at the end of one, it's Shady 12, Beckley 9. Back with the second quarter after this on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rota Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window Rota Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window Rota Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent. She takes care of me. She'll take care of you as well. You can dial her up at 304-252-8646. Well, Eric, after defense really ruled probably the first, half of that quarter, at least the second half, teams got a little bit more untracked, and Shady with the 3-point lead as we get ready to start quarter number 2.
Yeah, and the difference is that in that quarter is the big three make by Gabe Short, who was inserted there late in the second half of the first quarter, and he was able to hit a big three and give Shady some early momentum.
And there's another thing, Eric, by Bailey able to hit that shot right ahead of the first quarter buzzer. They also have the first possession to start the second quarter.
Yes, and it looks like Shady will go with a different lineup.
Jack Williams having a hard time getting it in. He just does. So you got Radford, Williams, Olsen with it now. Shorts out there, and Bailey, who's got the ball now, who made that last shot right before the first quarter horn. They whip a pass there, down low. Short Good defense that time by Robinson for Beckley. Bailey. Olsen's open, dials it up for three and hits. Right down the chute for Olsen. Biggest lead of the game right here at 6 for Shady. Robinson for three, back at you, right down the chute. At any point you get from Robinson off the bench is a huge plus. Here's a drive, and what do we got? We got a blocking foul, and that will be a foul on A.J. Thomas. As we watch this play right there.
Now they're going to whistle that on 34 on Robinson.
They'll call it on Robinson?
Yes.
So Beckley will, beg your pardon, Shady will inbound the ball on the baseline. The ball comes out to Bailey. It's off his foot, and it's out of bounds, and it's a turnover. They forced the long pass, and A.J. Thomas all over Bailey, and Bailey kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah, I think A.J. Thomas got away with a little contact as the ball was going out of bounds, but a lot of contact. You got to be strong in this game, both sides.
Yeah, but you got to be ready in this game. Here's Kobe Dillon with it. Clary now. They go down low to Walton. Got a little man on him, backs him down. Little fall away, up and in. You know, it's hard for a big man to guard Walton, let alone a smaller guard, and Bailey did all he could do, but Walton able to turn around and shoot and score.
They call that, a mouse in the house right
Yes.
there, Maris. You get it down low, and good recognition by Preston Clary to get it down low.
Shady working the ball around. Jack Williams off a screen, attacks the lane. Olsen dials up a three, back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, we got a whistle, and what do we got? We got a foul on, who's it on? Shady? Apparently it's on Shady. I just saw the referee's point.
I didn't see who they called it on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Wait a minute, there's a discussion. I'm not sure who they called it on. As we watch the replay, Eric, I don't know what they called. They're going to give the ball back to Shady. I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe it was an inadvertent whistle, all I can figure, because it didn't look like a foul in the replay to me by either team. And that's the only thing I can understand. They didn't call a foul, and I think it was an inadvertent whistle is what it was, Eric. I mean, I don't know that to be fact, but if you watch the replay, I don't think there was a foul by either team. And Shady will keep the possession.
Hey, maybe the refs got a little excited too.
Maybe. I mean, hey, they're human too.
They
make
are.
mistakes. So, and this is a very good crew. In fact, the young man there that's here nearest to us, he refereed the women's tech game earlier today. Here's Bailey on the drive. They cut him off. A lot of contact. Offensive foul. A.J. Thomas. I tell you, he's been in the mix of everything here in this first half as Bailey picks up his second personal foul. That's great help defense right there.
Way to
AJ.
slide
Yes.
over. But if you're Bailey, you need to pull up right there. Just a good pull up.
So we had a little game of runs, and Beckley was down 6 a minute ago with a chance to regain the lead on this possession.
Definitely, we'll see what if Shady's going to be in a sagging zone here.
They find Clary in the corner. He puts it on the deck. Olsen cut him off, trying to get the ball down low to Walton. And now Clary will take the ball back up top. Clary shaking and baking, pulls it up, finds Kobe Dillon open for three on its way. Good! Kobe Dillon rains a three. And Beckley has ran off 8 in a row to regain the lead. Here's Sexton with it for Shady. And there's maybe Dillon got away with the reach-in foul.
A lot of contact here.
Olsen hands the ball to Johnston. They double team him. He finds Olsen. Olsen open for three on its way. Good. And Shady back in front. Clary trying to get the ball down low to Walton. Shady trying to front him and then have a defender back over the top.
Yeah, but if that's happening, you got to be able to figure out how to score, on the weak side.
And that time Kobe Dillon with the pass, and now they throw it away. I couldn't see that far in the corner, and I can't see on the screen because of the way the crowd is. But that time, Kobe Dillon's pass hit the line, and Beckley turns it over.
Yeah, refs all over it, and that was forced by great defense and help defense. Hey, if the first option is not there, getting it to Walton, the other guys have to step up, and you can't force feed it. You have to let it happen naturally.
And that's what I say. When they're fronting with Jack Williams and a player over the top, you're right. You just can't keep trying to pound it if it's not there. Here's Jack Williams off the drive, gets to the rim, off the glass. He thought he was fouled, no whistle. And here comes A.J. Thomas with it. Pass to Kobe Dillon. He'll lay it up and in. And Beckley has regained the lead. Back and forth we go. Olsen was trying to shoot before he caught it because he's knocked down a couple of threes. He'll turn around and shoot this one. Back iron, no good. Nothing but white jerseys there as Robinson brings it down. Robinson on the move, nothing there. Now with A.J. Thomas trying to get the ball down low to Walton. They whip it past to Clary. He'll dial up a three on its way. Good! Right down the chute by Preston Clary.
Game of runs, as you stated.
Yep, tough play. It's a blocking foul.
That's going to be on A.J. Thomas.
And that will be his.
It'll be his first.
His first. As we watch the replay.
Well, we thought he picked up an earlier one, but they whistled it on Robinson.
Okay. So that'll be 3 team fouls against Beckley, and it'll be 2 shots for Johnston. And, you know, Coach Kitty had on his white pullover, Eric, and now he's took it off and wearing maroon. He is definitely dialed up into this game, as he should be.
And both teams are,
yes.
Man. And like we stated, you got to love this atmosphere, and it's fun atmosphere to be around as Brady Johnston gets on the board with his first point. And good hard take by Brady Johnston, not settling for the jump shot.
Jack Williams will have a seat. Olsen will have a seat. And Short will check into the game, and Jalen Bailey back into the ball game for Shady. Johnston ready. Second free throw on its way is good. He got them both, and he trims Beckley's lead to 2. Quickly up the floor, Robinson. His foot's on the line. It's not a 3. He doesn't knock it down. Clary skies for the offensive rebound. The putback won't go. Walton above everybody else puts it home.
That's double figures in the first half for Walton.
And I'm sure after that South Charleston game, he's heard many a times how he's got to keep it going offensively. As here's Sexton going hard to the basket, shots a little too strong, and A.J. Thomas comes out of there with it. Beckley on the move. Kobe Dillon spots up 3 on its way, back iron. Walton with an offensive rebound, muscles his way, leans in, off the glass, up and in. Biggest lead of the game for Shady. It's amazing, Eric. A minute ago, Shady's biggest lead was 6. Now it's Beckley's biggest lead. Here's a 3 that it's short by short. And Beckley with a nice little run here right now. They've got the momentum as Clary brings it up.
And if you're Beckley, run a good set here because you have a chance with Jack Williams on the bench to get you some distance. And this is one of these possessions where Shady's really got to fight to stay in this game.
It's a 3 that's not close by A.J. Thomas. And back the other way comes Shady's Bailey.
And like I said, that's not a good possession. Recognize who you are within the offense, and I'm thinking drive to the basket.
Driver will kick it to Walton. Here's good ball movement. Bailey trying to cut the lead in half, and he does with a 3 ball. Back the other way quickly is Beckley with it.
See, that's a 5-point swing.
Yeah. Here's Robinson, dials it up for 3. It doesn't go. Long rebound. Robinson gets it back, tacks the basket, puts it up too strong. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley out as Jack Williams checks back in. But what I was going to say, Eric, as we watch this latest 3 by Shady, the pace of the game seemed like it's really picked up from earlier in the first quarter.
And I got to give a shout-out to this Jaden Robinson, man. I mean,
Play with confidence.
He came in with confidence and played some great minutes as Lucas Rainey checks in for him. His offensive game, not any shot he took was a bad shot. It was within the offense.
So Rainey, as you stated, back into the game for Beckley. Clary has it now. Clary shaking and baking, trying to get free. He spins into the lane. Kobe Dillon on a drive, leaves it for Walton. Walton puts it up. It's short, tipped around, and Sexton will clear the rebound for Shady. Boy, point blank, and Walton not able to get it to go.
Yeah, great defense by Shady on the interior right now. And Jack Williams is back in with the last 150 of this game.
Eli Sexton will rain the 3 and tie the game. A game of runs. Shady scored 6 in a row to tie it up. Kobe Dillon on the drive into the lane, and he throws it away. So, Eric, you look at this, Beckley looked like they had the momentum, and you stated when they were up 6, with Jack Williams out of the game, they had to have a good possession. They took a quick, bad shot, in our opinion.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 times down, 3-ball by Bailey and a 3-ball by Sexton to tie it, and now Shady with a chance to regain the lead.
Yeah, and now it looks real good for Coach Olsen as he was able to get his stud out of the game, and Jack Williams give him that rest for down the stretch, and now they have a chance to go in to take the lead.
Jack Williams, tough play, finds a player down low. That's Johnston in traffic. He can't get it to go. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Shady with 1:11 remaining in the half.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you force a bad shot, not able to get the rebound, and was knocked off of A.J. Thomas's head, and another possession chance for Shady to take the lead here.
So we're coming up on a minute. I wouldn't think that Shady would try to run it all the way down and in the half here.
No, but what Shady will do is take the best shot available.
And Olsen is open for 3. That's going to be off. That's an air ball. Could tell the minute he shot it, but Beckley unable to corral the rebound, and that's really got to hurt because you forced a shot that if you're Beckley, you think you can live with that, and rightfully so, and then A.J. Thomas couldn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, and A.J. may be a little winded, and I think this is a good substitution, bringing Taylor Williams here for the first time in this half.
Shady to inbound the ball. We're under a minute for the half, and now let's see if Shady will spread it out. They did this similar to in the quarter. If you remember, Bailey was able to hit a shot right ahead of the buzzer to end the quarter. And I think Shady will hold it, perhaps for the final shot of the half. And I think Sexton's a guy you got to watch because he is really good off the dribble.
Oh, yeah, and this is the scenario where Sexton can catch it, and if he has space, he can knock the 3 down, but he also can get to the rim.
Tough matchup, I think, for Rainey on Jack Williams.
Yeah, and the thing is for Rainey, just play off of him. He's not going to pull up from 40 feet.
No. And they definitely will hold it for the final shot of the half. And if you're Shady, good strategy. You're either going to be ahead or you're going to be tied. But right now, Shady's currently on a 6-0 run, trying to regain the lead. 6 seconds left. They whip a pass down low. Little short shot is good. Right ahead of the first half buzzer. And just like the first quarter, at the end of the second quarter, and Shady will take an 8-0 run and a 2-point advantage to the locker room with them. What's been a great first half. At the break, it's Shady 28, Beckley 26. We'll take a break, come back with the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show coming up next here on Video Productions.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center as we see the lovely lassies of Beckley out there performing. And I know, Eric, that's very near and dear to your heart as you got a young lady, Lexi Thomas, your daughter, out there doing a fine job performing with the lassies.
Yeah, she loves to dance, man. They do a good job.
So 28-26 is the 2-point lead for Shady. The game tonight brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, you can rely on Dr. Tabbitt and his staff. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Affinity Coal Company. Affinity Coal Company offers no premium no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Excuse me, I tell you what, I had to take a deep breath, clear my throat. What a first half we had as it went back and forth for most of the first half. And Jalen Bailey, right ahead of the first half buzzer, was able to hit a shot to give Shady a 12-9 lead. Shady went up then, Eric, by as many as 6 points there. They took a 15-9 lead before Beckley came roaring back to regain the lead at 17-15. And then Beckley had a lead of 26-20 and possession of the ball. So Beckley went from being down 6 to up 6 and possession of the ball, and Jack Williams on the bench. And you and I felt right now that's been a big key of the first half. When Beckley didn't score, then after that, Shady has ran off 8 in a row to take the 2-point lead here at the break.
Yeah, and the difference is, that's the difference in the game right there. That I think Beckley really shot too quick a shot, up 6, run some offense. Jack Williams and Olsen, Kyle Olsen, they were both on the bench, and you have to recognize, game scenarios, and you really let them get back in. And, the difference right now, though, Shady, timely threes. They hit 4 3-pointers in that second quarter.
Yeah, we'll get into that in our next segment. We'll get ready to take a break. But here's the thing, Eric, and it's kind of, excuse me, it's kind of, you had Bailey who made a bucket just ahead of the end of the first quarter clock, and then you had Johnston hit a shot in the lane that made it an 8-0 run and a 2-point lead right before halftime, almost in the same position on the floor and almost exact same time on the clock.
Yes.
And that's what's given Shady the 2-point lead. We're going to take a break. We'll come back here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. We'll go inside the numbers of the first half. Shady leads by 2 here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Hey, Wes, why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on one camera and Cameron Reddy Ball on the other. At the break, 2-point lead for Shady, 28-26. We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half. Inside the numbers are brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. And I'm going to open me a nice, cold blue can of Pepsi now. And while I open up this can of Pepsi, Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Okay, the numbers pretty much mirror one another, Maris. Shady was able to make 5 threes in the first half. Beckley made 4 threes. Shady went to the free throw line 4 times, made 3 of 4. Beckley went 3 times, made 2 of 3. And right now the difference in the contest is a little more balanced for Shady as they're being led right now by Jalen Bailey, who has 10 points in the first half. Kai Olsen, 2 big threes in that second quarter to keep them in it when it looked like Beckley was trying to run away with it a little bit. And rounding out the scoring is Brady Johnston with 4, Eli Sexton with 3, Gabe Short, both 2 freshmen with 2 big 3-point baskets, and Jack Williams with 2 points. So if you're Shady, Jack Williams has done a great job facilitating. You have a 2-point lead, and he has not had to, have take over, which he's more than capable of doing. And on the flip side, Jalen Walton is coming up big. Out of the 26 points, Jalen Walton has 12. Kobe Dillon has 8, and Preston Clary and Jaden Robinson has 3 each. They have 3 each, and I think that's the difference in the game. Going to have to find that consistent third scorer because Jack Williams is not going to be held to 2 points for the rest of the game. So
right.
Beckley's going to have to try to match that intensity.
And Eric, right now this game, excuse me, is on pace to kind of go the way the first 2 games went. Back on December 28th, Shady won that 56-52. Back on January 16th, Beckley won 58-55. And I think it's going to come down to who can make one more play than the other team. And if you're Beckley, obviously you're just thinking about winning tonight. But if Beckley should come up short tonight, they'll have a whole week to think about it. Beckley doesn't play another regular season game until a week from tomorrow. So if you're Shady, you're right back into action against a regional opponent, Greenbrier East. So I don't know. I'm sure that nobody's thinking about that in the locker room. I think if you're Beckley, you're just thinking we got to get one more stop and make one more basket than Shady, and Shady's thinking the same thing.
So we'll see what both teams, draw up here at halftime because Beckley gets the ball to start the second half and sure sets up for the pivotal third quarter. Both games that were won by both teams turned around in the third quarter. I remember the game that you and I called back on December 28th. Shady was able to run away a little bit.
You and Bill called that one.
Bill and I called it, and they were able to run away and hide a little bit in that third quarter, and then Beckley had to try to fight back in that one. And then the game that you guys did over Shady, Shady was up big, started the third quarter, I think. In the second quarter, Shady and Beckley was able to chip away and then take over the contest a little bit in the third quarter.
Yeah, you owed me that one because I called you Bill earlier in the podcast. So you owed me that one. All right, we're going to take a break. In fact, the clock has been stuck on 5 minutes. They had something going on out here that Beckley, Woodrow Wilson High School was doing. I don't know exactly what they were doing. It was an event put on by Little General Stores, and we appreciate everything Little General Stores does for local high school sports, and actually not just local but throughout the whole state of West Virginia.
Well, they had a few contests going with participants from both sides, and we're able to get some Little General gift cards given away. So look for the action to pick up at Little General tonight after the game. These kids going
well, if not tonight, definitely tomorrow for sure. All right, we're going to take a break and come back and get you ready for the second half. Shady with a 2-point advantage on Beckley, 28-26. We'll be back with the second half here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General Store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value, and the number one reason to shop Midstate Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Midstate Ford in Summersville, MidstateFordWV.com.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown ball.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center here in Beckley. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. This Saturday they're having Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling, and this is your chance to take your sweetheart on a bowling adventure, and it would be a very pleasant adventure, I promise you. I've been there many times on when they've had this Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling for Valentine's Day. $17 a person, $32 a couple, and they still have some lanes available, and you can call to reserve your lane at 304-253-7328. All right, moments away starting the second half. Eric, 28-26. First of all, if you were in the visiting locker room, Coach Olson, what might you heard Coach Olson tell his troops?
Hey, still do what you're doing. You're making it, even though Jalen Walton has 12, you're making their offense a lot more stagnant by playing that good help defense. And you, on the plus side is, guys, we're up 2 points, and Jack Williams, our stud, has not had a chance to really get going, and he will get going this third quarter.
Now, if you're in the Beckley locker room, what might you heard Coach Kidd tell the troops?
Hey, play a little more cerebral basketball, because I think the difference in that first half with 3:01 to go, Beckley's up 26-20, had a chance to get a defensive rebound and promptly shot a bad shot, which led to 8 straight points for this Shady team to take the lead.
The momentum really switched quick
in
that segment, the final 3 minutes of the half.
It sure did.
So we're ready to start the second half. Beckley will have the first possession. They'll have an opportunity to tie or regain the lead with a 3.
And it looks like Beckley's going the way they started the game.
And Shady looks like they're going the same way as well. And I think it's been a well-officiated game.
Oh, yeah. No, neither side can complain about what's going on.
Big crowd is what we'd expect when you have these teams. For those who are watching that are not familiar, Beckley and Shady, of course, both in Raleigh County. Beckley, the county seat, and, Shady High School and Beckley, Woodrow Wilson High School, about 10 miles apart. All right, here's Beckley. First possession of the second half. Here's Clary with it. Trying to get the ball down low to Walton. Shady's going with the double team. You can see Eric right there. They're fronting Walton and then try to get somebody back over the top. The same strategies they did in the first half. And as you mentioned, Eric, and I agree, you don't want to force it as Rainey dials up a 3. It looks good and is. And Beckley regains the lead on the first possession of the second half.
And Lucas Rainey, he's going to be dared to take that shot.
Well, yeah, if you double team in the post, you've got to free up somebody. You know they're not going to free up Kobe Dillon.
Yeah, he's going to be dared to take that shot, and both of these teams are just really getting after it defensively. And this is what you want. Both teams hang their hat on being able to stop the opponent, and they are really getting after it. It's tough sledding for offensive basketball.
As Bailey drives to the basket, he left it short. A.J. Thomas clears the rebound. Beckley on the move. Rainey down low to Walton. Walton whips a pass, And what do we got? We got a turnover as Kobe Dillon turns it over.
And that's the second time that Kobe has been forced off the line, which is good help defense, ran off the line. What I mean by that, they know he's a great three-point shooter, and they force him into taking that extra step.
Yeah, just a week ago on this floor, Kobe Dillon became the all-time leader in threes for the Beckley basketball program. And like you said, any team, they know that. Anytime Kobe Dillon gets the ball and he gets it behind the line, you got to be on him.
And the thing is, there's been a string of great shooters that have walked the halls and come through this program.
And two of them will be inducted to the Beckley Hall of Fame in Danny Bickey and Bryce Radford.
And as far as duo, that is probably the greatest shooting duo to put the jerseys on.
Right, and you go back to the day, Mike Wilson, he was very good back in the early 90s.
The Rainbow Warrior right there.
That was like 92, 93, somewhere in there in the 90s. I was doing the game's radio at that time. Shady with great ball movement, trying to find somebody free.
But this Shady team, they make you defend as Jack Williams
dials up a three, doesn't go with Bailey with an offensive rebound.
And that's the big rebound. Second chance shots are big.
Johnston for three. It won't go. Tipped around once, twice, and I think it will. Nope. I thought it was going to stay for Shady for the minute, but it'll go over to Beckley.
Yeah, but way to hustle on the glass by Jack Williams. And that's what you want out of your senior leader. Shots aren't falling right now for him, but keep taking the shots. But he's doing everything to keep this team in it.
Shady extends the pressure and make Kobe Dillon work to get the ball up in the front court. Trying to get the ball to Walton in the post.
And now they're taking Jack Williams off of Walton a little bit. You think that might be affecting his offensive game a little bit?
Maybe.
Battling in the post?
It very well could, having to battle so much down low. Walton trying to get reestablished position as here's Thomas right down the lane, right to the basket, lays it up and in. A.J. Thomas said, "You're not going to guard me. I'll go all the way to the basket and lay it up and in."
Well, you know what Shady was saying? A.J., you shot that last three so bad, we're going to play off of you, but good recognition.
Bailey on a drive, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Clary. It'll stay with Beckley. I beg your pardon, it'll stay with Shady. So Beckley has scored the first 5 points as Bailey puts up a shot. I was going to say Beckley has scored the first 5 points to start this third quarter.
And that's going to be whistled on A.J. Thomas. And right there, Bears, if we could get the replay on this foul, this is just good recognition by a senior, it's great defense until he just pretty much catches him with his arm out of position and jumps into him. That's how it's drawn up.
That's like I said, that's a veteran move by a KG veteran in Bailey's. He makes the first of two.
And that's Bailey's 11th point as he has a chance to trim the lead to 1 with the make here.
And, Eric, I got to believe throughout this game it's going to be a game of runs. And like I said, it's going to come down to somebody making 1 or 2 more plays than somebody else. Second free throw by Bailey on its way is good. He got them both. The Beckley leads 1. Each team is led by as many as 6 back in that first half.
And look at running to the scorers table. This is a big possession for Shady defensively because they're going to bring Eli Sexton in, and I think when he comes in, they get tremendously better on the offensive end.
Kobe Dillon leans in, tough shot. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Clary on the offensive boards, and he lost the ball out of bounds.
Power dribble, turns it over.
And, that was a real difficult shot, too, for Kobe Dillon into the lane. And now they'll change the call and say it'll be Beckley's ball.
Okay, that was the refs getting together and calling the deflection. And Beckley got away with one. Well, maybe not got away with one, but.
So now Olsen will check out of the ball game. As you mentioned, Sexton now into the game for Shady. Here's Kobe Dillon with it on the drive. They cut him off. He's in trouble trying to find somebody. Now that gets to Walton, gets it right back.
And now Jack Williams has.
Rainey will dial it up for 3. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. That's a foul on Walton.
Yeah,
that's easy play to call right there.
Good box
And Eric, I don't know if he was. I'm watching on the screen. Actually, I thought Walton committed an offensive foul. I thought he cleared out earlier, and they didn't call it. And that time they had no choice but to call it.
And now the fouls, two team fouls to 0 Beckley has 2. Shady's yet to commit 1 here in the third quarter.
And we're halfway through it, more than halfway now. Here's Jack Williams with it. If you're Shady, you really, like you said, Eric, want to get him going. He's really not been in sync offensively, and I think because the way he's had to work so hard on the defensive end.
Well, and also a little bit of credit has to be given to Clary, because Clary has drawn the assignment of trying to contain.
Sexton goes to the basket, puts up a tough shot, and Walton above everybody. The ball's knocked out of bounds. I think it went off of A.J. Thomas, and it did, and Shady will keep the possession.
And just good feisty hands, not giving up on it, as we see. A lot of contact on it, but right here, Eli Sexton able to get his hands in it, and that's
a huge
saving
play.
a possession.
That's right. That's a huge play that won't show up in the stat sheets, but a tremendous play.
Well, it shows up for people who know basketball, It's a game of little – just doing the little things.
The little things. That's what they do, the little things, and they really make the big things. Here's Sexton with it. Radford has it now. This has been a very tough, physical game, half-court game all the ways. Bailey drives to the basket, lays it up and in, and Shady regains the lead.
All 4 points in the quarter by Bailey.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Lucas Rainey. He's got blown by right there.
And Bailey, like you said, Eric, he knew that he had Rainey on him, went right by him and laid it up and in. And here in this third quarter, points have been hard to come by both teams.
Yeah, 5 to 4.
A.J. Thomas thought about the 3. Robinson's checked into the game. He gave Beckley good minutes and that's a good foul for Shady. They fouled the Walton on the entry pass.
I think that'll be on Johnston.
But it's only the first team foul of quarter number 3. So I said not a bad foul.
And Johnston's first foul.
And a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Shady leads by 1 with 2:35 left in the third. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 15 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now to the timeout. Beckley will have the ball under their own basket. It's a 1-point Shady lead, 2:35 left here in the third, as Kobe Dillon will put it in play. So let's see what Beckley will cook up out of this timeout.
Hey, points are at a premium, man. You have to score out of the timeout.
And there's going to be, I thought a foul. And Clary went down on the seat of his pants and able to haul that in. That definitely looked like a foul to me, Eric.
I thought it was as well, but hey, letting them play and not calling the travel, so I guess it's even.
So here's Clary with it on the drive, and that's a reach-in foul on Sexton. And Beckley will inbound the ball into their own basket, a common foul. That'll be the second team foul on the Tigers. So Short will check into the ball game.
And this is the lineup right here that fought back for Shady down 6.
Kobe Dillon gets the ball into Clary. You get the ball down low. Walton, he'll draw the foul and score. That was well executed as Walton able to get the ball down low. When he gets the ball that deep, Eric, you got to foul him, but you don't want to give him the hand one as Shady did that time, and the hoop and the harm, and Walton will try to polish off a three-point play right here. And they got Jack Williams with his hand in the cookie jar. Now can Walton for Beckley deliver at the free throw line? He does. So the three-point play now puts Beckley up by 2 coming up here on the final 2 minutes of the third.
And here's where it has to get done by both of these teams.
Sexton on a drive. He leaves it short, and Walton clears the rebound.
But I still like that attack by Sexton, and that's what he gives you.
Yeah, he normally makes that shot. He didn't that time. Here's Robinson for 3. Got it! What a big, as you mentioned, Eric, what big minutes Robinson has given Beckley off the bench.
Man, he has a good-looking release. I don't know where that young fella's been, but, hey, he might be earning some playing time down the stretch.
Here's Short down the lane. They double-team him. Bailey's open. He'll dial it up for 3. Kaboom! Bailey right down the chute. And, Eric, it seems like one team gets an advantage and the other team comes right back at him.
Man, both of these teams battle.
Robinson, that time it's a little short. Ball's free. Here's Shady on the attack. They can tie with the 2. They can regain the lead with the 3. Sexton on the trail as we come up on the final minute of the third.
And I just think end-of-quarter offense really needs to be worked on by Beckley. That was a transition 3, but you forced a tough shot, come down, run some offense, try to extend your lead. Instead, now you got Shady, who's really shrinking the game and has a chance to hit a 3 to take the lead or tie.
Well, Eric, if you remember, they hit a shot right ahead of the first quarter buzzer, second quarter buzzer. Williams into the lane. Can they get the hat trick? They may just hold it for the final shot of the third. Here's Sexton on the drive. Whips a pass. Around the horn they go. Jack Williams for 3. Back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it's loose. Beckley comes out of there with it.
Now with 26 seconds here, let's see what they decide to do if you're Beckley.
They've got Walton has got a mismatch down low. He's calling for the ball.
Big time mismatch.
Right. You got Bailey fronting him, and now they switch back off with Jack Williams. Beckley will hold it for the final shot of the third. Shady has scored right at the buzzer in each of the first 2 quarters. Let's see if Beckley can answer it back. 5 seconds to go. Do they know the clock? They've got to get a shot up. Kobe Dillon on the drive. Gets to the foul line. I don't think it's going to count. They do count it. And actually, if you watch the replay, I think the red light came on before the ball went in as we watch this, Eric. But nevertheless, it counts. As he runs across the court, let's see. Nope, he got it off.
Clearly
he got it
off.
That's a very good call. Count the basket. Beckley will take a 4-point lead into the fourth quarter. It's Beckley 39, Shady 35. Back with the fourth quarter coming up next on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back going to the fourth quarter. And, Eric, at the end of the first quarter, it was Jalen Bailey of Shady ahead of the buzzer. At the end of the second quarter, it was Brady Johnston ahead of the buzzer. And now at the end of the third quarter, it was Kobe Dillon ahead of the buzzer. And when I initially watched it, I didn't think that the shot was going to be good, but it was. And the referee was right on it. So I apologize to Kobe Dillon. It was good all the way. We're going to the fourth quarter. Shady led by 3 at the end of 1. They led by 2 at the break. And Beckley with a 4-point lead as we start the final 8 minutes.
And this is the quarter where Shady –
there's a 3 in and out.
Excuse me, where Shady, I think, really needs to get Jack Williams going because they were only able to score 7 points in that third quarter, and they were all by Jalen Bailey.
Robinson is really giving Beckley a lift off the bench.
Yeah, but I really think in spurts, I think here, give me a good 2-3 minutes, and I try to get Lucas Rainey back in.
Clary with a nice take to the basket, and he'll get the hoop in the harm as Olsen commits the foul. And now this equals the largest lead of the ball game for Beckley. So Beckley trying to extend to a 7-point lead. Like I said, this would be the biggest lead. This equals the largest lead here at 6.
But you can't take free throws for granted. Big-time games like this, you have to knock down these free throws. At both teams, this will be the 6th attempt for Beckley, 5th attempt, and Shady's only shot 6.
Clary completes the 3-point play. Biggest lead of the game right here at 7. Not quite a minute in to the fourth quarter. So I think if you're Shady, Eric, this next couple of minutes are going to be big for them. As here is Short, pull up, and he knocks down the little short shot.
Nice take by Gabe Short as he gets his 5th point, and a much-needed bucket by someone other than Jalen Bailey.
Kobe Dillon dials it up for 3. It doesn't go. Here comes Shady on the move, and they got traveling as Short thought he was fouled.
And I know that was within the offense, but I don't
see a foul there either. So it's a turnover, and Beckley will have it. But I'm with you. I thought that was kind of quick for Kobe Dillon to come down and fire that up.
I mean,
as Sexton will check into the ball game and Olsen will have a seat.
And this is, I think this 5 is the best offensive 5 for Shady right here. You might be a little bit defensively and on the glass with Olsen out, but you got shot makers on the floor for Shady.
Shot makers, shot takers, that's right.
Exactly,
they can drive
right
to the basket. So if Beckley's going to maintain the lead and Shady's going to win it, they got to do it on the defensive end. A 3 by Robinson. Now this is the biggest lead of the game at 8. And what's he got now, Eric?
That's 9 points for Robinson. And you know what? He's earned his stripes tonight. This is a big-time game. This is just not your average game.
Right.
This wasn't mop-up duty in any game. This is a big-time contest, and he's answered the bell.
He's delivered when they've needed him the most, that's for sure, with Hawthorne not available tonight.
Yeah, he's playing like UPS because, UPS always
delivers. As Jack Williams delivers there with the basket, and he'll draw the foul on Robinson.
And as good as Robinson's played, that is a mismatch right there for Jack Williams. Gets a much-needed bucket.
Yeah.
And
there
to
it
the
is
free
on the
throw line.
replay. Yeah, he's got too much body on him.
Too much body.
As Johnston will have a seat for Shady, and checking in will be Radford for Shady. So that 8-point lead a minute ago was the largest lead of the game. The free throw by Jack Williams is good. He polishes off a 3-point play, and he cuts Beckley's lead to 5.
And Shady will extend.
Kobe Dillon having trouble with it, and he was able to give it up to Robinson.
Yeah, but once you break it, if you're Beckley,
you got an offensive foul on Clary.
And it was cleared out with the left hand. But you know what? The pace of the game got sped up as we look, as he extends the arm.
Yeah.
Created separation.
Yeah. So we got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout, 6:01 for the game. 5-point Beckley lead. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 15 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Out of the timeout, Shady will have the ball, Eric. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game, and Beckley up 5. So Beckley playing man-to-man, which they pretty much have done the entire game. Here's a pass to the corner. Bailey wide open, 3-ball. It won't go, and Kobe Dillon clears the rebound. Bailey had a really good look and couldn't knock it down. Here's Clary with it on a drive. Tacks the basket, count if it goes, and he draws the foul. You know, that's a nice play, Eric, because Clary, they called a clear out, which it was on the previous possession. That possession had a smaller guy on him. He definitely able to put the shot up through the contact as Radford is called for the foul. Count the basket, and it's a 7-point advantage. And if Clary can knock down the free throw, it will equal the largest lead of the ball game.
And you're right. And Clary was not. I guess the timeout. I think they told him, yeah, you did clear out, but don't be
less aggressive. Do what you do.
And I said at the top of the hour, he was one of my X factors, if you can remember.
I do.
And
way back when.
And I thought. And I'm not just talking this game. I'm talking any game they
I'm
play.
talking long term. As the free throw is made. So now this 8-point lead equals the largest lead of the game, 5.5 to go.
And look for Jalen Bailey to really try to take over.
He's got it now on the drive. That's a high pass for Jack Williams around the horn. Sexton will dial it up for three. It's good.
My other X factor, man.
Right.
These guys are starting to make me.
They're making you look smarter, right?
Yeah.
Right down the chute for Eli Sexton. And if you're Shady, they got to get it done on this end of the floor.
But if you're Shady, what a good offensive possession. Skip past good, better, best.
Right.
Not settling and got it to the open man.
Here's Beckley. They still got to be aggressive. Just under 5 minutes for the game. But Walton's not going to do much damage that far out. If you're Beckley, want to get him under the basket. A.J. Thomas on the drive. The ball's stripped. Beckley turns it over. On the trail, Bailey gets inside the three-point line, knocks down a 15-footer. Just like that, it's a one-possession game.
Rattle off five straight.
5 straight, a 3-ball, and now that shot. And here's Robinson. We're down 4.5 to go, Eric. It's nervous time, crunch time. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It's off of Clary. Beckley turns it over again, and now they might change that. Or will they?
No, they won't.
No, the reason I said that, the official quickly blew his whistle, but I guess he was indicating because there was going to be a substitution. So it is a Beckley turnover. And A.J. Thomas will come out of the ball game, and Rainey will check in. So Shady with an opportunity to tie. Just a second ago, they were down 8.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a state championship caliber team, man, and teams don't give up. Hey, there's a lot of time left for both of these teams.
Right.
You know.
Coming up here on the 4-minute mark, we're at crunch time. This is when players make plays. Sexton whips it past Olsen. Jack Williams for the tie on its way. Good! Just like that, an 8-0 run, and Shady's tied the game. All even. Here comes Beckley. They're going to play through it. They're not going to call a timeout. Dillon on the drive. Robinson for 3 to regain the lead for Beckley. Right down the chute. That's double figures for Robinson.
Boy, this is a good high school atmosphere.
It's been a great game.
Hey, you can't be triggered. You can't be gun shy out here. Pull the trigger.
Sexton all the way to the basket. He'll draw the foul, and he'll get, well, I think
that's on the floor.
I think you are correct.
That's definitely on the floor. NBA, maybe.
NBA, you can shoot it on Tuesday and it go in on Wednesday and they count it, right? So Sexton will come out of the game. Radford into the game. 3:25 remaining. Seems like the way these guys can light it up, it's a world of time left in this game. 3-point Beckley lead. Jack Williams shoots for the tie. It's short. Battle for the rebound. Tipped around into the hands of Kobe Dillon. Robinson got a hand on that.
Yeah, Robinson's big time, big minutes, 12 points. You know, and he was the guy. I never thought of him being the guy that would be the other scorer, but he has.
Here's Clary backing it out. Under 3 minutes, and Beckley coach Ron Kidd wants a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. But, you know, Eric, there's a lot of twists and turns. In this game. But I think right here, Eric, with 2:58 left in regulation, Beckley with the ball up 3. I think if you're Beckley, this is a must-score possession.
And that's why no bigger timeout than right now. And this is a good coaching job right here for Ron Kidd. But I have to say this, and I would think maybe right now I would get A.J. Thomas back on the floor for one reason, and one reason only. In this down the stretch, he's going to be big on the glass and maybe trying to help get a stop. I think with Rainey and Robinson both shoot really well, but defensively you drop off a little bit. But let's see after what they run out of this timeout.
Well, I would say this, and see if you agree. Unless Kobe Dillon's got an open look, this has got to run through. Walton's got to touch the ball in this possession.
Yeah, and let's see what they draw up. But you don't want to force it.
No,
force the
not
issue.
there,
but
right.
If it's not there, let's if
So-
you're Beckley, pull it back out. But this is the toughest part right
getting
here.
the ball in.
Getting the ball in.
As Clary will inbound.
Because, Radford's going to be right up on it.
They get the ball into Kobe Dillon. Both teams got fouls to give. As this ball is knocked out of bounds and turned over. So Shady's defense turns Beckley over.
Right out of the timeout, too.
Yeah.
Jalen Bailey, what a big play.
Right, as we watch it right here, right in front of us. So you look at the foul situation. Beckley's committed 3 team fouls. Shady's committed 2. 3-point advantage. Here's Shady.
Nervous time for the fans.
That's
all
right.
around, man.
All around. Here's Bailey with it. No matter what you've done up to this point, this is the time where players make the plays. Sexton off a screen. Around the horn they go. Jack Williams will penetrate. Down the lane, a little scoop. It won't go. Got his own rebound, the putback. It won't go, but he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
I like Williams being aggressive right there as Jack goes down the lane and is fouled.
And as you mentioned, A.J. Thomas is set to check back into the game. He'll check in along with Olsen after the first free throw by Jack Williams.
And I think that was whistled on Robinson.
So that's 4 team fouls on Shady's, on Beckley rather, as Jack Williams makes the first of 2. And as I mentioned, A.J. Thomas checks back into the ball game. Also Olsen into the game. Kai Olsen in for Shady. 2:14 left in regulation. 2-point game. Jack Williams trying to cut the Beckley lead to 1. Beckley's led by as many as 8 here in the second half. That's been the biggest lead of the game. Each team had a 6-point lead in the first half. The second free throw's no good, and Clary skies high for the rebound.
Clary may have got away with a push-off right there.
Yes. Here's Kobe Dillon with it. We're getting ready to go into the 2-minute mark for the fourth quarter.
They might need a timeout here.
Yeah, he's in trouble, Kobe Dillon, where you don't want to pick the ball up there. Here's A.J. Thomas with it. They double-team Kobe Dillon, and he turns it over. Shady with a chance to tie or take the lead. Contact off the glass, no call. Could have been an and one as Bailey scores to tie the game. That was a lot of contact, and Bailey able to fight through the contact and a kiss off the glass to get the game even.
And Shady's defense has really turned up the heat on this Beckley team, forcing the 2 turnovers here the last couple of possessions.
Walton down low, spins, short shot off the glass and in. Beckley regains the lead. Nobody going to do much with Walton in the low block, and Shady will call a timeout with 1:07 left in regulation, and Beckley up 2 as we watch this last bucket. Walton down low, kiss off the glass, and Beckley in front. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with and be right back here on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
.107 remaining in regulation. Shady has the ball down 2. Depending on, I guess it really doesn't matter who you're rooting for, you're probably crossing your fingers and your toes as we're coming down the stretch. And Eric, I'm not sure if I said this on air, but I think I told you, I can't remember if I said it on air.
We said it off air before the broadcast.
I said the first team to 55 will win this game.
And we said both teams, but defensively, Shady's been the better squad here as of late. So can Beckley turn the tide and get a big stop here?
Now, it looks like Beckley's going to play a little zone. Shady, and now, it looks like it's going to be a zone. Shady doesn't need a 3. A 2 will tie, a 3 will give them the lead. Under a minute for the game. Here's Olsen with it. Around the horn they go.
That zone, it's real easy to get it to Jack Williams in that middle, and he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
Shady trying to execute it. There's a pass. Bailey on the drive, all the way to the basket. A lot of contact, put it up. It won't go, but he'll draw the foul as Bailey goes hard to the basket. And if you're Beckley, that's probably the good play to foul. You don't want to give Bailey right to the rim.
Good hard foul by Walton. You had to not let him get it in.
That's what I'm saying. You had to foul him. As Bailey almost was able to knock it down. Now he's got to hit the 2 free throws.
21 points for Bailey, 3 of 4 at the free throw line.
And I'm not sure what they're checking at the scores table. Maybe the clock. I'm not sure. The officials are getting together.
The clock was at 23. The clock was at 22.3.
So I think that's what they're doing is they're checking the clock. And of course, this is something that this building, since they got this new scoreboard, it should be 23 seconds.
23 seconds.
23.
You can look
right here. You can look right there. 23 seconds. Right, 23 seconds. So we're glad to help out the officials. 23 seconds, and they need to take that from 16.2 to 23 seconds. Great job, as always, by our producer and director, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. We appreciate the officials for having the confidence in us to have it done. And, of course, now they know why I call him the heavy hitter. All right. 2 free throws here for Bailey. First free throw on its way. It's no good. And now another thing too, Eric.
You got to rebound.
Well, not only that, but if he makes the second one, Shady's only committed 2 fouls. They got to foul 3 more times as Beckley coach Ron Kidd wants a timeout.
And they need to understand that. You can run some.
Right. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Jalen Bailey's got 1 free throw coming, Eric. He missed the first one. Well, as we told you, Shady's only committed 2 team fouls. So whether he makes or misses, they got a foul. But if he makes it, it's a 1-point game, and they try to get a steal first. And they've put the right time amount back on the clock. 23 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Beckley leads by 2. Bailey trying to make it a 1-point game. Free throw by Bailey on its way is good. He got 1 of 2. And Shady quickly will call a timeout. So, Eric, we'll keep it here. If you're Beckley, you've got to get the ball into your ball handlers, and you cannot get trapped. You can't throw the ball into the corner if you're Beckley because you can't get trapped.
Yeah, and the thing that this is a good timeout by Coach Ronnie Olsen because he has to give the kids the situation. If you don't get the initial steal, you have to foul, and they have to foul 3 more times, but they have to try to get the ball in 3 more times.
Right. But here's the thing, Eric. I think you'll agree. If you're Shady, what you can't do is allow Beckley throw it over the top for like the football pass for a layup.
Yeah, you can't allow that, but that's a tough pass.
It is. It is a tough
pass. So right now, if you're Beckley, the key thing is to get it in and be strong with it.
Right. That's the thing. 1, you got to catch it, and 2, when you catch it, you got to be strong with the ball because you don't have to hurry up and get rid of it. The foul's coming.
And in this scenario, this is where you miss that extra ball handler in Zy Hawthorne.
Right.
And A.J. Thomas to trigger it in. But this is the hardest part of the game right here.
They may send Walton deep. We'll see. A.J. Thomas set to inbound the ball. 23 seconds left here in regulation. It's a 1-point advantage. They do send Walton deep as I thought. Ball comes into Kobe Dillon. They need to foul. They don't. Robinson. And he traveled. I think, no, a foul.
Wow.
He got fouled. I wasn't sure they're going to call the foul. Coach Olson saw what I saw. There was contact, but he did travel because of the foul, because of the bump.
It was, but Shady got the scenario they wanted. That was about to be a turnover.
A turnover waiting to
Beckley,
happen, right.
Or a trap.
If they got a foul, and now they do, with 16.4. And if they get down to down when Beckley shoots free throws, the one guy you don't want to foul is Kobe Dillon.
So think about how big the clock readjustment was.
Huge.
It's down to where the ball was the last time.
And he turned it over. Beckley can't get it in, as you stated, Eric, had to get it in multiple times. And now Shady with 15.8 has a chance right here as he's out of bounds. The official right on it. And now Shady has a chance to win the game. And we'll take a timeout and we'll keep it right here as everybody's on their feet. So now, we said, Eric, it comes down to one team making one more play than the other team. And if you're Shady, 15.8, you got to take the last shot to try to win the game here.
Well, I think, I don't know how many timeouts are left, but it was trouble getting it in, burn that timeout.
You're right. And I don't know if we don't have that available to us. But now, if you're Shady, what do you think? Do you think Beckley will go zone?
No.
Because if you go man-to-man, Shady's got guys who can go right off the dribble and get right to the rim. Well, I'll say this. If you're Beckley, you're not letting nobody – if they beat you, you got to reach out and foul them because you got a foul to give.
Yeah.
Or even for the game. You cannot let nobody beat you on
Beckley doesn't have a foul to give.
Oh, that's right. They do not have a foul to give. That's correct. I was looking at the wrong side. They don't have a foul to give. But still, you don't want to get beat on a layup. And actually, even though Jack Williams been their guy, I think it'll be Bailey to take the last shot and drive to the basket.
Bailey has that quick burst to get to the rim.
Well, this last possession is going to send some folks home happy and some folks home not so happy. We'll see how this fold plays out, the final 15.8. The ball comes in to Radford.
Clock's not running. Oh.
It is now. We'll let it unfold. Radford on a drive, attacks the basket. Jack Williams in traffic. Ball stolen away by A.J. Thomas and out of foul. I'm really surprised they didn't take a shot. They tried to get the ball to Jack Williams, and I thought on the drive they may take the shot, and Shady turns it over, and that's free throw time. So it's 2 shots as A.J. Thomas will be at the line to shoot 2. And, Eric, if he makes them both, Shady can still put the game into overtime with the 3. This game is still not over yet.
That's why I don't understand. On this first one, I wouldn't put anybody down here. But the second shot, I'm putting people to rebound. You can't just let them get a free run up.
Free throw's no good. So with 3.5, Shady could perhaps win it with a 3 if he makes this, and win it with a 3 even if he doesn't. But they don't have anybody on the free throw line, Eric, so if he doesn't make it, it's probably not a good chance that Beckley would get an offensive rebound. The second free throw is good. So you don't want to foul. It's a 2-point game. Shady's got to get it in. It comes to Bailey. He can win it with the 3. The shot will count if it goes, and it doesn't go. And Beckley will hang on and win. Fantastic finish. And Beckley will defeat Shady 54-52. Beckley's modest 2-game losing streak is over. Beckley will go to 10-3. Shady's 4-game winning streak is over, and Shady will fall to 11-2. We'll take a break, come back, and get you to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show coming up next here on Video Productions.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
Incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Wow, got to catch our breath as we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And what a game as Beckley able to survive and hang on to beat Shady 54-52. And you know, Eric, you and I have been fortunate, especially probably in the last 10 games you and I have called. 4 of them have come all the way down to the final play as this one did tonight. And Beckley with the victory. And it was back and forth the whole night. Beckley led 12-9. I beg your pardon. Shady led 12-9 at the end of the first quarter, and Beckley had a 6-point lead as well as Shady did in the first half. But Beckley looked like with that 6-point lead, they were getting the momentum, and then Shady roared back and got 8 in a row to end the half and go up 28-26. Back and forth they went in the third quarter. Beckley had built a 4-point lead, 39-35. They got into the fourth quarter, and Beckley was up as many as 8 points, and you blinked your eye, Eric, and just like that, Shady came back and tied the game after being down 48-40, tied the game 48-all. And then how about the young man Robinson? And you know what? If you were to mention him earlier today, no one probably had an idea he was even going to play. He may have known that his number was going to be called, but I don't think anybody else knew his number was going to be called. And I think he delivered what was really the shot of the game when he had a 3 that put Beckley back up by 3, even though Shady did come back and grab the lead.
I remember the scenario. It was right after Bailey had knocked, or Jack Williams knocked the 3 down.
They had just scored 8 in a row.
8 in a row, and that last one was a 3, and he came down and confidently shot it. And if we had a blue can of Pepsi to give away, it would definitely go to that young man, Jaden Robinson. And I want to say his name a couple of times because he's a novice and unknown, not been in many games. I think he's only one varsity game that I really saw him in.
That's what I'm saying,
was mop-up duty against Princeton.
Outside of him, he may not have nobody else probably knew he was even going to get in the game. And he produced when his number was called.
But back and forth. But the heart of a champion is the Shady Spring Tigers. Not ever did they teeter, did they falter, they didn't give up. They played to the final whistle, and that's what you can expect out of a Ronnie Olson coach team. And they had a chance to win the game there at the end. And that's all you could expect in this game.
Well, like I said, Eric, looked like one team's going to make one more play than the other, and that was the case. So after Shady beat Beckley here on December 28th, Beckley now wins the last 2. They won the game at Shady on January 16th. They win here tonight by the score of 54-52. Beckley's now 10-3 on the year. As their modest 2-game losing streak is over. Shady's 4-game win streak is over. Shady goes to 11-2. And here's the thing before we take a break, and we'll get into inside the numbers on the next segment. But Eric, and I mentioned this through the course of the game, maybe right there at halftime, Beckley doesn't play again until a week from tomorrow when they go down to West Virginia State and play Hurricane. And, had Beckley lost that, it would have been tough. It had been tough to carry that around for a week until you got back on the court. For Shady, obviously they're disappointed, but they got bigger fish to fry because Shady's AAA, Beckley's 4A, and Shady will now focus on playing a regional opponent. They'll have Greenbrier East, actually, Eric, because of some cancellations because of the weather. They'll have Greenbrier East back-to-back. They'll play Greenbrier East Friday at home, and then next Wednesday, Shady will go up to Greenbrier East. So those are two huge games. So, like I said, take your hats off to both coaching staffs, the players, the fans showed out, and everybody brought the best out of everybody.
Yeah, and like we said at the top of the broadcast, what a great high school basketball atmosphere. And I hope these young men go back and watch this, because this is what high school basketball and sports is all about. Good sportsmanship, mutual respect by both teams. You didn't see a lot of jawing and trash talk, your normal little stuff.
Right.
But, just two evenly matched teams. You got people who had no rooting interest coming out just to watch a great basketball game, and that's what was put on tonight here.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll go inside the numbers with Eric, and we'll do that on the other side of the break as you're watching the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Wes! Why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
And we're back one final time here in the Raleigh County Convention Center as Beckley is able to squeeze past Shady 54-52. Beckley's now 10-3 on the year. Shady's 11-2. We're going to go inside the numbers, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Need to have me an ice cold Pepsi right about now as the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, get ready to put the Pepsi logo right there up on the screen. And, Eric, you have the numbers of this thrilling Beckley victory.
Okay, once again, as you see the score, Beckley able to prevail by 2 tonight, 54-52. And Shady, what an effort from Jalen Bailey as he pretty much put them on their backs all 4 quarters and had 22 points, went 4 of 6 from the free throw line. And rounding out the scoring is Jack Williams. He had 9 points, played a tremendous floor game, but he came up big when they needed him most. Of his 9 points, 7 of them came in that fourth quarter when I thought he would try to take over, and he did, and almost willed his team to victory. Rounding out the scoring was Eli Sexton with 6, Kai Olsen with 6, Gabe Short with 4, and Brady Johnston with 4. And on the flip side for Beckley, they had 3 people in double figures and 1 knocking on double figures door as they were led by senior Jalen Walton as he brought his A game tonight and really was huge on the glass. He had finished with 17. And off the bench, Jaden Robinson, what a spark, knocked down 4 threes for 12 points, and they were all at key junctures in the game to really keep Shady at bay. He ends up with 12. Kobe Dillon ran the point, played a tough game, had 10 points, had 3 points in the contest, but none bigger than the 1 free throw he was able to make with 3.5 seconds to go in the contest to kind of seal the victory. And hats off to Preston Clary, Maris. He had 9 points, but he held Jack Williams, and I'm not saying held. He forced Jack Williams to really have to work tonight and grind, and I thought that really showed his defensive presence and really stood out.
And I think that's why that Clary had 9, because he had to work so hard on the defensive end. It may have taken a little bit away from him on the offensive end.
Yeah, but also he had 9, but Jack Williams showed up in the fourth quarter. So out of his 9 points, he scored 6 of them in the fourth quarter.
Well, the young man Robinson you talk about, you said you're going to give him a blue can of Pepsi. You might as well go ahead and give him a case of Pepsi.
Hey, might have to, hey, little general, we might have to drop him off and get him a cube, a 30-rack.
There you go. All right. Well, that'll do it from here at the Raleigh County Convention Center for our entire staff. As we had 2 cameras rolling. Jackie Moon, a great job as always. And we had Cameron Ready Ball. He's always ready when you call him. That's why his middle name is Ready. And, of course, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, always does a great job producing and directing. For my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Beckley beats Shady 54-52. Good night, everybody.